Hey guys, I hope you're having a great day in the life. Today has been a rather dreary, cloudy day here in East Tennessee. There's been some hail. Oh, hail! There's been some sleet, and I hear there's even been a little snow north of here. So, been a dreary day. Did not get out to do any adventuring, but I wanted to talk today about something that a lot of metal detectorists have been talking about, and something that even some of you guys have commented on my recent videos about. So today I wanted to talk about pulse induction metal detectors. Now, pulse induction technology is not necessarily new. It's been being used for quite a while in deep water metal detecting and saltwater beach hunting, that sort of thing. But here recently, relic hunters have really latched on to the idea of using pulse induction machines. It's kind of the new craze in metal detecting. And so I wanted to speak to that a little bit, and as to why I have been hunting with a pulse induction metal detector here down at the new house. So I first want to start by telling a story about the first time I came down here and metal detected. I came down and metal detected with my friend Frank, who I just hunted with yesterday. And he had a pulse induction machine, and I brought my Nautilus. I thought, oh, it's a deep machine, you know. And we hunted all day. He found a pocket full of bullets, and I found absolutely nothing. We did some tests with the Nautilus, and I basically could not hear a bullet laying on top of the ground because of how hot and mineralized the soil conditions are here. And that is what today's video boils down to, is why you need a pulse induction machine or don't need a pulse induction machine. And I did some tests here today to give a small demonstration of the pluses of a pulse induction machine, which is where I'm going to start. The very first plus of a pulse induction machine is they do get incredible depth. Now, there are VLF machines that get similar depth, but that is in optimal soil conditions. Typically here in southeast Tennessee and in Georgia and in Culpeper, Virginia, where a lot of people go to hunt relics, the soil conditions are extremely hot. And today I performed a little test to show you the difference between a pulse induction machine in hot soil and a VLF, or very low frequency machine, which has been the standing technology for quite a while in hot soil. And to do this test, I drilled 3 holes in the ground in my backyard, which is extremely hot soil. One hole I drilled at 6 inches, one hole I drilled at 8 inches, and one hole I drilled at 10 inches. And into these holes I inserted Civil War mini balls and tamped them down to their proper depth, and then lightly filled the holes back in and tried not to disturb the soil, so to present as true of a representation of the soil conditions here as possible. Nothing there, so we'll go from left to right facing the house versus a 6-inch hole. Let's do it right here. Alright. And let's drop a Civil War bullet in. I'm going to tap that down with the back of the bit before I'm done. Now let's do an 8-inch hole right here. And a 10-inch hole over here just to see. Okay, now let's tamp these bullets down in there. There's bullet 1, 6 inches. Bullet 2 going to 8 inches on this one, hopefully. Oh yeah, that went down the barrel, 8 inches. And bullet 3 at 10 inches. Anyway, I don't think that these other machines are going to read past 8 inches in this soil, so let's put our strings in there so we know where we're at. And the last one. Alright, now let's try and close those up as best as we can with just the surrounding soil. Without disturbing the soil as little as we can. Okay, now let's try and cave this one in. Disturb the soil as little as possible. I'll jump up and down on these a couple times with all 120 pounds of me. Okay. There we have it. Now, when I performed the test, I performed it with 3 different metal detectors. I used a Garrett AT Pro, possibly the most popular metal detector on the planet. I used a Technetics T2, and I used my Garrett ATX. Now, in fairness, I did use the smaller coil on the AT Pro, although I have tested this with the larger coil and had very similar results. So today I just wanted to do the test quick before the weather set in. In the test, as you see, I used the Garrett AT Pro first. Iron discrimination's on 0, Pro 0 mode, power all the way up. So that's what we're getting for a mini ball at 6 inches. Not a very good ID. At 8 inches, nothing. 10 inches, just the littlest iron. I next moved on to the Technetics T2. I have this set up with the sensitivity on 99, discrimination level on 10. I'll go ahead and run that down. Let's go to 5. And I've got it on 2+. So let's go ahead and take a listen here at 6 inches of mini ball. Really broken. And I have ground balanced all these machines. So here's a mini ball at 8 inches. Kind of broken. So that doesn't sound a lot different than just the soil or an iron signal. Every once in a while it'll try and squeak through something. And with the Garrett ATX. With the ATX. Obviously a bullet there.
Obviously a signal there. Obviously a signal there.
I read all three signals perfectly. And that's just a testament to how hot the soil conditions here are. Now, I had properly ground balanced each one of these machines, and I had them operating at as high a power setting as I could, and the signals just don't pop out in this hot soil. And that is where a pulse induction machine shines. It gets great depth, and it deals with hot mineralized soil conditions where a very low frequency machine will not. Very low frequency machines may read the targets in the ground, but you're losing an incredible amount of depth due to that mineralization, and you're also losing all of the discrimination abilities of a VLF machine. Now that brings me to the weaknesses of a pulse induction machine. Possibly the largest weakness is its lack of discrimination capability. Now, while pulse induction machines will discriminate to some degree, you aren't as able to pin down exactly what you're going to dig up as you are with a VLF machine. One of the other weaknesses of a pulse induction machine is that you pretty much have to have a pinpointer, because it puts off a very large signal, and you're going to dig a huge hole looking for a shotgun shell if you don't have a pinpointer. So I hope that that helps answer some of your questions about pulse induction machines and why I've been scouting around using a big heavy pulse machine. It's honestly because it's the only machine that will work here satisfactorily to dig Civil War relics. I hope that helps you guys understand whether a pulse induction machine might be right for you or not. If you have to deal with hot soil conditions, it might be the right machine. If you don't have to deal with hot soil conditions, save your money. A VLF will do just fine. Hope you're having a great day in the life. Hope the weather's better tomorrow so we can go adventuring. If not, we'll do something. See you tomorrow.